Hey friends, did you know that your questions have an impact? What do I even mean by that? In this video, I'm going to walk you through how the two different types of questions you ask yourself, empowering questions and disempowering questions, affect your overall being, your sense of self, your thoughts, your feelings. It controls basically everything, okay? And look, I have a fun worksheet for you to help you identify disempowering questions and empowering questions. And if you'd like that, drop me a line below and I'll shoot you the worksheet so you can figure this out and personalize it to you. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Contessa Akin. I'm the best emotional well-being coach that there is. I've coached close to 1,000 women over the last 15 years to heal their trauma, to calm their nervous systems, to empower them to rise up against the odds being their past. And in every video you get from me, you get at least one actionable step that you can take to claim back what was taken from you, and that's peace, safety, and trust. In this video, we're talking about the questions that you ask yourself and how to improve those so that you can improve the quality of your life. All right, so let's talk about this. Look, humans have an awesome ability here to basically empower themselves or disempower themselves, to take an experience and grow from it, or to take an experience and to dissolve from that. And so one of the ways that we do this is by asking questions. We have a constant cycle of questions we're always asking ourselves. Did I do this right? Am I good enough? Is this going to be noticed? Am I lovable? Do people love me? Do I have any friends? Am I alone? Right? Like we have all kinds of questions we can ask ourselves, right? Like, how can I make this better? How can I experience this in a more effective way? How can I use this for my greater good? What is my highest intent, right? Like, okay, you just got a glimpse into my brain there, the questions that I ask myself. There's disempowering questions and there's empowering questions. And if you watched the last video, it was all about empowerment. If you didn't, go back and watch that. But just real quick, empowerment is just the ability to gain confidence and claim one's own right and one's own life, right? Like, hello, I love empowerment, but we can empower ourselves by the questions we ask ourselves, or we can disempower ourselves by the questions we ask ourselves. So right now, just think about a question, a predominant question that you ask yourself every single day. One of the questions that comes up for my clients is, will I ever be good enough? That seems to be a really big one on the board. That is a disempowering question. Because here's the thing, your brain has one job, one sole function, one thing to do, one thing only: ensure your survival. And if you ask your brain a question, it will provide you with an answer. And so when we're asking disempowering questions, we're going to get some pretty crappy answers. Will I ever be good enough? No. That's your brain. That's what your brain does. How crazy is that, right? I mean, it's not crazy because your brain is just doing its job to protect you and to keep you where you're at. Your brain wants efficiency. It wants ease. It doesn't like change. And so if you ask yourself, will I ever be good enough? And you're like, yes, then your brain is like, wait a minute. Hold up, guys. That's a little dangerous because we're going to have to change things. And I don't like to change. Your brain has a whole thing it goes through for real. Okay. So when you ask yourself questions like, why did that person hurt me? Why did my husband say those things to me that were hurtful? You're not going to get a very good answer to that question. Probably something along the lines of, he's a jerk face, he's an asshole. And then you start to believe those things, right? This is why it's disempowering. Why did someone choose to hurt me in my childhood? Okay, not going to be very good answers to that question. Empowering questions can be more like, how can I take this experience and not let it own me? My husband said some hurtful things to me, but how can I better understand his experience to understand where he's coming from? We're not taking away what he did, right? But we're just saying, let's have a better understanding before we jump to conclusions here, right? That person who hurt me in childhood, I don't need to understand why they did that. So really the only question that I need to ask myself is, how can I rise up? How can I shake that crap off of me? They don't need to own me. When you're asking questions like why questions, or why is this way? Why did this happen? Why are they doing this? Why do they choose to do this? Then it's really disempowering yourself and putting yourself in a position to be the victim to why someone else chooses to do what they do. Instead, choose to empower yourself and put yourself in a place of empowerment where you can take back your life and take back your rights to be seen and be heard and have peace and safety and trust by asking better questions like, how can I use this experience for my greater good? What is my highest intent here? How can I use this to help other people? What's the best way for me to take care of myself right now? All much better questions that you can ask yourself. So drop me a line below and I will send you my worksheet to help you identify your disempowering questions and help you identify some more empowering questions so that you can claim your right to peace, safety, and trust. Until next time.